Hello, this is Steve from Vito's Leatherworks. Today's project is these Allen Edmonds 5th Street boots. Now you're probably wondering why there's no bottoms on them. Well, every year Allen Edmonds has a get-together at their factory in Wisconsin. Party at the Port is what it's called. Everybody's welcome. Whoever wants to go, they can look into it and get some information from Allen Edmonds. This year they had some shell cordovan laying around that they said if anybody wants to order custom shoes, they're welcome to their specifications. So I decided to order a 5th Street boot with whiskey marbled shell and black marbled shell. I know that doesn't look black, it looks green, but we're going to tint that a little bit to make that more darker. And sure enough, the team at Allen Edmonds came through with beautiful result. Now they look a bit rough at the moment because they haven't been conditioned. They're just half done. So we're going to moisturize the leather for now, and then come back and we'll remove the last, and we'll go ahead and put a welt on. I don't know what kind of details I want to do just yet, but I'm just going to go along and see whatever happens. And I think these are going to be cool boots once they get done. All right, let's get started. All right, let's get some conditioner on this thing. We're using Saphir. Now, my buddy Pablo in Canada, DMAR Shoe Repair, got the same boot. We both got it at the same time, and he's already done with his. And these are the pictures. He did a good job. I think it looks good. I want to do mine just a little bit different than what he did. Man, these are some dry surfaces. This is absorbing the conditioner like a sponge, which is good. You want it to moisturize the leather or the shell cordovan. I want to do something different with these. I want to see if I can do a little bit of burnishing along the edges here, but not most of the time. Burnishing is done like on the stitches. I want to do it in the back piece, and a little bit here, a little bit there. We'll burnish the toes. I'm going to add a little bit of black on the back of the heel. I just think it's just too much green. I want to add, that was the whole idea, is doing on black and whiskey color, but unfortunately it looks very green. I like it, but I'd rather have a black. And it looks kind of dark, but in natural light it looks pretty good. So I wanted to do a split welt, right? This is a split welt. It's cut and It goes up like that on the uppers. Just like that. And here, towards the back of the heel, since it was dark, I wanted to make the welt black here from this point to that point, and then have it like a medium brown all the way around the front and the sides. But I think I'm going to focus on, I think there will be too much detail on the welt area if I do it like that, and it's going to take away from the uppers. There's so much going on the uppers with the different shades. I think I'm going to do a black welt. I'll show you guys what kind of sole I'm going to put on, but I wanted to do it in a storm welt. That's a storm welt right there. Now this is brown. I'm going to dye it black. Doesn't look too bad, but blends in too much. I want some contrast. So we're going to do storm welt, and we're going to dye that black. All right, let's continue. So I went back and forth with the type of soles I was going to put on, and I had a couple of options that I wanted to explore, but it just did not seem to work. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So originally what I wanted to do is to have this sole here, okay, but cut out like this, have the leather sole on top, cut the leather sole that pattern, and have this countersink right into it. That way the rubber pieces are visible on the leather sole. But the problem was that the pattern, the width is just not sitting right all around the edges with the boot that I've got. This is a very specific sole that it needs to be the right shape shoe, right shape sole in order for it to look like it's supposed to be on the shoe, and it just didn't work. So my other option was this one here. Okay, same way. It just the shape of it, it just did not work. I thought it would be kind of cool to have a little cutout of the pattern of the sole, and only the rubber pieces are visible, and it's leather throughout. And then, you know, the side profile, you'd have the thin rubber sole, and then the leather on top would look real nice, but it just didn't work. So I've got another idea. I'll show you guys in a bit. All right. hammer time. Right, more hammer time. Now we are putting rubber soles on. This is called the mini ripple. Now most of the time the mini ripple soles are used for wedge soles, not for heeled shoes. Wedge soles meaning, you know, one piece like that. But I get stupid thoughts in my head that I want to do something different. So what I did was I took the mini ripple, okay, sanded that part off right there. We're going to put a heel base on and then matching heels to the soles. We're going to stitch everything together, obviously. All right, hammer time. Hey. I don't know why, but I get these screwed up thoughts and I want to do something different. You know, I can't just take a damn sole and put it on there like normal people do. Now you got to be careful when you're hammering these heel bases not to go through the footbed, because there's nothing there as far as an inner sole to hide the nails. Sometimes some manufacturers, what they'll do, they'll have a sock liner that covering that up, but Allen Edmonds doesn't have it. Well, not this particular model anyway. There are a few Allen Edmonds that have that inner sole that you can nail from the inside, but not this particular one. All right, welcome back. We are done with another project. I think they turned out pretty good. You know, I was kind of conflicted on which sole to use on them. You know, I figured I'd make something up. I think it'll be okay. You know, some people like them, some people don't. I really don't care. They're my boots. I like them, and I'll enjoy wearing them. Today is our 4th of July, our Independence Day. America was got its independence 1776, 4th of July, so we're celebrating that today. You'll probably watch this video tomorrow because I won't have time to upload it today. But I hope you've had a good 4th of July, safe, and thank you for joining me. Thumbs up, share, comment, subscribe. We'd greatly appreciate it. All right, we'll see you guys again on the next project. Take care.